Tank and Jake. They've been going at it for years, and it would have happened sooner. You know what I'm saying? But we have hiccups in life. That's what I call it, hiccups. But they lessons to learn from.
Y'all with me? And it was good for us, to tell you the truth, because when I stepped back into the head Vegas, James, and I haven't been there, it brought back so much memories.
Calvin Ford has reportedly parted ways with Gervonta Davis after years of working together, following Davis's recent legal issues and the postponement of his fight. In an interview with a boxing channel, Ford confirmed the split, saying he and Kenny are leaving the team because Davis hasn't been listening and keeps getting into trouble.
What's going on with Tank, and are we going to see, and when are we going to see him back?
He got a little legal issue. As soon as they get through the courts, they'll set a date, and all we can do is wait. I don't get into that side, you know what I mean?
Gervonta Tank Davis has not commented on the split, but many fans expected it after Calvin Ford missed his training camp. Ford said the breakup began when Tank announced his retirement without informing them. Earlier this year, Davis said he wanted to focus on his mental health and being a better father.
Like, come back and help too, you know what I mean? So, there's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion, you know what I mean? Ain't no bad.
I want to do therapy, but I feel as though if I do, it would lose the fire that I have inside of me.
I'd like to go to therapy, but I think it would put out the fire inside of me. I never consider becoming angry or fighting again because I want everything out of myself. I want my 2 daughters to be much more gentle and modest. When you heard the decision, what was on your mind?
What's going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, you know, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in you can get knocked out like that, so I'd rather take the lead than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified and all that. Or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know.
It all comes down to being authentic. All you have to do is be authentic. Faking it, on the other hand, is similar to knowing you don't want to do something but yet doing it. There is a problem with it. Following this, Gervonta Davis entered training camp in preparation for a fight sans Calvin Ford. Furthermore, it is now evident that there have been subsurface problems since the start of the year, despite the team's best efforts to conceal them.
What's going on with Tank, and are we going to see, and when are we going to see him back?
He got a little legal issue. As soon as they get through the courts, they'll set a date, and all we can do is wait. I don't get into that side, you know what I mean? I'm just there.
Silent miscommunications that had been occurring in his corner during the lead-up to the Lamont Roach fight ultimately led to this.
Hey, Tank, will Calvin be with you on this fight? Hey, you changed?
Huh?
Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. We gotta see.
What do you think about the guy yelling in the back?
Calvin Ford stepped away from Gervonta Tank Davis to focus on younger fighters. Though he denied claims of being underpaid and described their bond as father and son, Ford grew frustrated with Tank's behavior and eventually left his corner.
And he know when I go spend time with my peace, I'm going through things. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, at least I knew where he was at. Because it was something that we didn't want to do. It was something that we normally do.
Although they didn't actually argue, it was obvious that their relationship wasn't the best. Then, a genuine rupture that ultimately resulted in their breakup was sparked by the outrageous drama on fight night. Because Gervonta Davis had disregarded Calvin during the build-up, he had rejected his advice.
Hey, come on now. He's trying to get it. There you go. There you go. That's what they do. There you go. Stay good. Stay focused. That was a good round. You got me? Turn up now. I want all 3 of these.
Couldn't afford to travel to his training camp in order to instruct him. Coach Calvin advised Gervonta Davis to exercise greater caution during one of the later rounds. All he said was, "Calvin, calm down and listen to me." Many in the boxing community thought this was impolite. Submission.
I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so, it's something we gotta work on in the corner.
Fans expressed sympathy for Calvin Ford, calling Gervonta Tank Davis ungrateful and disrespectful despite all Ford has done for him.
This question is for Coach Calvin Ford. This is Matt from Brunch Boxing.
Matt.
Now, we know that Tank has talked in the past about retiring, leaving the game of boxing. As someone that's had Tank since basically he was a pup and you've raised him.
But the lie they said before their breakup was made public was that they coached Calvin, but the training program stayed the same. The reporter clarified that they are not suggesting that Ford and Gervonta Davis are splitting up or having a falling out.
After tonight.
I like to see Tank to do what he want to do. I said at the last press conference. Y'all got to understand, them guys been doing this since they were little. This might energize them again.
Oh, yeah. In fact, he backstage right now talking about he want a rematch.
Mac, no, backstage, you want to go to the gym right there.
Hey, Tank, real talk. Will Calvin be with you on this fight? Come on, you Tank? Huh? Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. You gotta see. What do you think about the guy yelling in the back? Did that kind of get...
Fans hoped the brief split would help Calvin Ford and Tank reconnect. Ford said he was relieved knowing Tank was still training and staying focused, even without his direct coaching.
He will always be around, you know what I mean? So, that's Pops, like I said. So he'll always be near. Without Calvin, it wouldn't be no me, you know what I mean? Because at first when I came into the...
He admitted that being apart from Davis made it possible for them to value their relationship. Ford could tell the lightweight champion missed him when he got back to the gym. Similar to how he overlooked the letter, Barry Hunter also provided a comparable level of certainty.
Oh, like you spoke in New York? Some of that extra motivation when someone's talking in the crowd?
Like how was?
The two guys, like the bet, is all this stuff kind of added more?
I don't know. You know how people like...
Just
talking. The people that come with the clock.
Cards. Judge at the ringside. Eric Marlinsky scores about 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scores about 114 to 114 even.
Calvin Ford, Barry, Kenny, and Coach Boogie will be present. And Hunter emphasized that Tank is like family, warning against believing online rumors.
Gervonta Tank Davis did something awful again, and no, it wasn't scheduling another fight with Jake Paul. He beat a woman again, and once again, I'm not talking about Jake Paul. If you know Tank Davis, you know he has a lot of run-ins with the law. But this is actually a civil suit over a certain criminal case that was dropped earlier.
Fans saw the change as temporary, expected to return when Gervonta Tank Davis resumes in a few months. During a fight, Davis was heard ignoring trainer Calvin Ford's advice. Ford and Kenny Ellis have now distanced themselves from Tank following his recent domestic abuse incident. Courtney Rell, Tank Davis' ex, filed a lawsuit accusing him of assault, battery, and threats, claiming he attacked her at a club and repeatedly abused her during their 5-month relationship.
While everyone is innocent until proven guilty, this looks really bad for him. While all the details aren't out, we know for the details from the original case, which was basically a shut case with a lot of evidence that he didn't. That, along with his prior incidents, innocent till proven guilty, but...
On September 23rd, Davis allegedly threatened and attacked Courtney Rell, causing her severe PTSD. She has sought therapy, and his camp has not commented on the fight status. Sports Illustrated's Chris Manx says Jake Paul's team is seeking a replacement for the November 14th card as Davis' legal troubles threaten the fight.
People are going to believe you did it this epic. So why is this coming up again? Well, now we talk about Jake Paul. There were a lot of theories that the reason the original got dropped, despite it being pretty clear that he was going to get convicted. Was he convinced of pressing charges so that he can actually schedule this Jake Paul fight?
My take on it. Oh, Lord have mercy. The way that he wrote this is just so crazy. He said, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. I didn't want to give.
The Jake Paul vs. Tank Davis exhibition is at risk due to Davis's legal issues, with critics, including Clarissa Shields, condemning Paul for proceeding with the fight. The November 14th Netflix event has been cancelled. Most Valuable Promotions announced. Paul's team said they plan to feature him against a different opponent later in 2025, and Davis will no longer participate amid allegations of assault by an ex-girlfriend.
For some reason he gets in trouble. You know, I'm not sure what he's going through, or if he is going through something. Man, we wish him, you know, all the best, and hopefully he gets back on the straight line. You know, we always wish that for fighters, because this is a tough sport, you know, that gets into.
Jake Paul condemned Tank Davis as a woman abuser, canceled the fight, and apologized to his team and undercard boxers, citing Davis's arrests and unprofessional behavior.
Platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish.
Clarissa Shields noted Tank Davis's history of domestic abuse was well known and questioned why Jake Paul acted unaware of it.
Tank Davis, yeah, he has his whole career ahead of him. I don't really know if he wanted this fight. I don't really know if he wanted an exhibition. I don't think that's in Tank's nature, you know? Yeah, it would have been a great payday. Yeah, it would have been a lot of exposure, but it does nothing to Tank's legacy. And I really do think that Tank cares about his legacy.
Clarissa Shields criticized Jake Paul's sudden moral stance on Tank Davis, calling it phony. She noted Paul promoted the fight despite Davis's past and suggested that canceling it might be karma for him.
That devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture and sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear pieces swag and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next one. As always, anyone, anytime, any place, Jake at Most Valuable Promotions. That was crazy.
Most Valuable Promotions issued a formal statement in the meanwhile. They are gathering information and closely analyzing the circumstances in order to make responsible and well-informed decisions. After completing our review and consulting with the relevant parties, we will decide on the next course of action. It said, in part,
you have a contract with Golden Boy. It just doesn't happen that way. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you Saturday for Virgil Ortiz. But again, Ryan Garcia's next fight will be announced by me, who he's fighting, and when he's fighting next.
Anthony Joshua could be a backup if Jake Paul's team can't sign Ryan Garcia, though Joshua is reportedly negotiating a potential fight against Jarrell Miller. For the latest boxing updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications.